I don't just go to the gym for myself. I go to the gym for other people. Now, you might hear that and think, wow, she's going to the gym for approval. She's doing it to get compliments or attention from other people or to impress somebody. But you know what? That association is wrong. That's not why I do it for the other people. I'm doing it for people I love. Now, when people associate people going to the gym and fitness just around something physical, just about the way you look, you completely disregard the amount of benefits that come with it. Now, I am not just a person standing behind a camera and talking to you right now. I am a sister. I am a girlfriend. I am a future mother. I am a daughter. And I show up better in every single aspect when I show up for myself. So, while yes, I'm showing up for myself technically when I go to the gym, but I'm showing up as a better sister. I'm showing up as a better future mother. I'm showing up as a better girlfriend when I'm doing these things. And we're putting into account the entire timeline of our lives. So I'm just in the beginning of my life now. This is the time where, I could be out partying and out just not even thinking about my future. I could be completely disregarding the fact that what I'm doing right now is going to be trading off into the future. But right now, just like with investing, when you put $10,000 into your investment account at the age of 17, 18, 19, that is going to be far more compounded by the time you're 70 than if you were to start at 30, 40, 50. Right now, I don't know how old you are. Let's just say between the age of 17 and 25, you right now are the youngest that you will ever be. And right now is the time to think about you in the future and your family in the future. Who is going to be looking after you when you're in your 60s, 70s, maybe even 50s, and you can't even use the restroom on your own? When you can't even get up and stand on your own? Who in your family is going to have to deal with that burden? Who is going to have to get that call one day that you had a fall and couldn't get up? Who is going to get that call that you have type 2 diabetes and you have to get one of your legs chopped off? Do you want your family to get that call? That's one of my biggest fears. Genuinely. I love my family so much, and that's why I'm just not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for them. I never, ever want somebody in my life that I love to get that call. I never, ever want anybody in my life to get the call that I got a heart attack. I never want to get a call that anybody in my life that happened to them. And it breaks my heart hearing stories from my clients about the family members that they are seeing slowly disintegrate in front of them because they didn't take care of themselves. And the burden that they have to go through taking care of them while they are in their own health that's not well. People that come to me to feel better with their mobility, my clients, they come to me and they tell me that they have to take care of their mother, sister, aunt, that, there's a lot of things in life you can't control, but what you can control is what you can focus on. And I'm telling you, I'm begging you to start now. I'm begging you for your family, for your loved ones, and for yourself too. If it starts off as a selfish reason, even if it's you want to look a certain way, show up for yourself. Don't become too obsessive, but show up and think about the people in your life that love you. I started going to the gym for a selfish reason. I wanted to feel better, not only physically in my body and the way I looked, but I needed to express emotions. Now, I guess that's not exactly a selfish reason. It was a way of cope, but I was doing it for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I could have found worse ways to cope with my feelings. And while I've been lifting for a long time and actually devoting myself to it regardless of how I felt before in the past, kind of just showing up and going through the motions, actually committing myself to it because I wanted to get better, doing it for myself, that set the wheels in motion to think about all of the other ways that it's affecting my life and making my life better and making the people around me, their lives better. I can more express my love towards the people that I love when I'm moving my body properly, when I'm taking care of myself, feeling myself properly. I can show up as a better sister, I can show up as a better daughter. I show up as a better girlfriend. I show up as a better coworker and stretch practitioner for my clients. I show up better in every single area of my life when I'm taking care of myself. And I feel the difference. I feel the difference when I'm inconsistent. I feel the difference when I'm not treating myself properly. I feel the difference when I let negative thoughts seep into my brain. I feel the difference. The people around me feel the difference. And you don't realize how much of an impact you can make on people. But it starts here. It does. It does. But the thing that keeps me going when I don't have the motivation inside of myself sometimes, which motivation is going to be a lie sometimes. You when you're leaving the open space for motivation to be only of your own will, it's gonna fall short. But when you get the motivation for the people that you love that are outside of you, or just something that's bigger than you, you are going to be so much more driven to take care of yourself. I love my family. I love my boyfriend. I love my sisters. I love my mom. And I never, ever, 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 ever want them to get a call that I'm in the hospital and I'm on my way out. And maybe this is a selfish reason. Probably not. I want to outlive my whole family because I don't want them to deal with the passing of me. And when I die, I hope it's something crazy. I hope it's like I was fighting an alligator or something like that. Not that I'd get myself in that situation, but it better not be something stupid like I got bit by a mosquito and because I wasn't taking care of myself, it just like took over my whole body and I died. That's a stupid way to go out. And I'm sorry if that happened to your grandma or something, but like that's so lame. That's so lame. I want to be bulletproof. I genuinely, that's my goal. My dream physique isn't any Instagram model. My dream physique is to be bulletproof. I want to be hard to kill. I want to be extremely hard to kill. And I want to live more and live long, not just long, but just live more. And I feel like that's not being emphasized on enough. I don't want to just live long because I have pills that are just keeping my heart beating, but just being sedentary and not doing anything. Just, that's not living. People, maybe people these days are, the average lifespan is like what, 70 for men or 70, 75 for women, something like that. But 30, 40 years before that even, that's when people actually die. But they're just in a body. That's when their life starts to catch up to them. The bad decisions they made in their early times of their life, they are slowly shutting down and they're just taking pills to cover that up. They're already dying. Now, I've never been older than the age that I am right now, so I don't know the full extent to this. I've talked with a lot of people, I've heard a lot of stories, and I've seen firsthand with the people that I know how things go down. And one thing that's especially stuck out to me lately, which this is going to get kind of personal, is when I can't do something for my health, example, substances, when I don't have the will inside of me to stop doing that, I look at the way that affects other people. Now, I don't want to touch too much on this because I don't have the authority or the wisdom to. But never has a substance made someone say it made their relationships better. I don't think I've ever heard someone say, maybe I've heard someone say it's made their life better, but at what cost? Sorry, my cat was playing with a makeup brush. At what cost? I'm gonna stop there because I don't know. point is, when you don't just do something for yourself, you have an external motivator. That's not a bad thing sometimes, especially when it's people you love.